the first frost of the autumn. Let's go fishing. I've just cast out. I'm watching my little orange tip and I'm on a canal this morning. And while I wait for that first bite, the first cup of tea of the day. I've been here about a quarter of an hour, not even a flicker on the float. I don't know what's happened to global warming. I think it's having a day off. Only joking, by the way, just in case any Insulate Britain people try and track me down. Seriously though, do you remember the days when you could joke about things and make comments without offending people and causing deep upset and hurt to others? Well, we do live in a different world, don't we? Even compared to 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And when you're my age and you look back, I'll tell you something. There have been some massive changes over the years. And I'm not one of these who looks back and thinks that everything was wonderful in the 60s and the 70s. Of course, life is life, and there's good things and bad things. And there are some real positives about modern life. But overall, I think, as I look back, those were definitely better days than we live in today. Talking of float, as I was at the beginning of the video, that's what I'm fishing with. It's a small one. You can see in comparison there to my hand. It's a 1.5 BB. That's a Drennan Waggler. It's got a shot either side to keep it in place, and then just a couple more shot on the line, including that little anchor one at the bottom. The reel, it's a Shimano 3500, and I've got a Grays Prodigy 12 feet rod. I've got Maxima Chameleon, 4-pound line. Now this is the time of the year when you do think about the line strength. That goes right the way through, by the way, the 4-pound to a size 16 Drennan Super Specialist hook. You think about the line strength. At the moment, it's the first frost of the year, so we see how things go. But you also have to take into account what you're targeting. Say, for example, this morning, if I hook into a really good perch, do I want to land it, or do I want to decrease my chances of getting it on the bank because I've gone for lighter line? And the lighter the line, the smaller the hook, the greater the chances of not catching it, not banking it. So you have to take into account all those things. And from my own perspective, every angler's different, of course, but from my own angle, my theme, if you like, as far as my fishing's concerned, say today's situation, is that I would sooner catch one very good perch and make sure I get it in the net, as opposed to 20 or 30 small roach, small perch. So it's about quality over quantity, and by fishing the way I am, then I definitely set myself up to do that. And that's the thing with angling, isn't it? It can be to you whatever you want it to be. You can be a carp angler who sits there, sleeps there even, for a few days and nights at a time in pursuit of one specific big fish. That's not everyone's cup of tea, but for that angler it is. Other fishermen like to go out and just catch. They want to catch. They get bored if they haven't had a bite after 5 minutes. Again, we just pitch things accordingly to where we're at, don't we? For me, I do like to get some big fish on the bank. So I would say, generally speaking, whenever I go angling, I always set my stall out to go for the bigger fish. Maybe just one, as opposed to lots of smaller fish. Doesn't always work out, of course, but that's where my target is when I go fishing this morning I'd like a bite. That would be nice. But if I don't, that's okay, because I've been fishing and I'm wrapped up well, and it's a beautiful morning. I didn't catch anything. Can you believe it though, how cold it was this morning, and here I am in short sleeves. I'm taking my dog for a walk. We're going into the village. We've got this just a few yards away from where we live, so it's great. Give him a little run round before we get there. He's in there somewhere, going to get his flea treatment from the vets. If you are out fishing yourself today or this weekend, tight lines, and if you're going to a bonfire party tonight, enjoy. Here he comes.